All right. Okay. Happy Friday. I'm excited. I'm excited because it's going to be fun. We're going to talk about, all right, you've got $1 million. What can you buy in Ocala, Florida? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm broker Glenn Stein, realty executives in Ocala, also in the villages. I'm the broker here. And my job is to actually just talk about what information is out there that you can find useful. There's a lot of things that I think there's a lot of common sense things, but then a lot of times there's not, and there's some things that maybe people just don't know. Is it the right time to buy? Is it the right time to sell? It's probably a neutral time right now. It's probably a little bit of both. So if you've got a property you're thinking about selling, it makes sense to sell now, but only if you have to, if you must, or you kind of really want to. And then from the buying standpoint, obviously prices have gone up from the affordability standpoint. And I've shared this in the past, where affordability has it's gone down, but it's not the lowest it's ever been. So it's a little bit deceiving because interest rates being low, I think interest rates moving up, which there is a threat of that, and it has gone up a little bit in the last week or two. There is the threat of more interest rate hikes, as you probably have heard in the news from the Fed and all that kind of stuff. So if that happens, and of course, if affordability does go down, it'll be interesting to see what kind of price arrangement we actually see. So I know a lot of people are out there. You're probably freezing your tails off if you live somewhere up north. We get a lot of people that watch that are from up north, and I'd be really curious to see what temperature you're seeing if you're not in Florida at the moment. If you don't live in Ocala, Marion County, or surrounding areas, and you live somewhere else, just post here in the comments what temperature you're seeing with where you're at. So it'd be really interesting to see that. Doesn't matter where you are, whether it's south or north. But I want to give you an idea of what you can buy in Ocala, Florida, Marion County, Florida, for $1 million. What is it that you can buy? So let's take a look at this. So essentially for $1 million, what can you get? This is an example of one thing. Okay, Magnolia Crest, which is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath. I recently did this for the villages, and inside the villages you can afford. There are about 5 or 6 properties over $1 million. Obviously, there's more properties in Marion County, period, and you'll find more that are over $1 million. But what I've noticed is that you can afford more outside of the villages, and in Marion County, you can get a pretty good deal. I mean, I'm looking at this, and okay, 3,800 square feet home. It's got mahogany woodwork throughout, or in the office. You got a 3-car garage. This home was built in 2004, and it's between 1 to 2 acres in space, land space. So it's really not that bad. And it does have a pool as well. So really not bad for $1,050,000. Prices have gone up. So maybe this home would have been probably 850 back, 18 months to 2 years ago. So yes, properties have, prices have gone up, but still a pretty good value when you compare it to a lot of different areas around the country. So that's one particular property. It's one thing that you can buy that is over $1 million. Another community, actually, a country club of Ocala, an older community, not older, but older. It's not new. So you'll find that this particular home that's on an acre, obviously on the golf course, 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, built in 1996, has a new roof in 2019. 3 fireplaces. So it gives you an idea. You can actually get, if you're into country club living, you can find something like that. And of course, if you have questions about any of this, just text me or call me at this particular number you're seeing on the screen. So another area that's very interesting, if you're into, let's say, Carriage Trail. Carriage Trail is another one of those communities. A very large home. We're talking about 7,000 square feet, 8-bedroom, 5.5 bath, like very large home. Only one picture. There should be more than one, but unfortunately there's not in this case. 1.2 million. And then of course you're going to find some properties with some acreage. So for instance, this one is in Anthony. So it's a smaller home, but it's got definitely more land here. So we're looking at 11 and a half miles of equestrian trails, right? Like this particular place, and it's on 35 acres. So that's 1.2 million. Older home, smaller home, mostly land for, this is obviously for horse lovers, and really close to equestrian trails. So that's really intriguing. Another property, so maybe something that you want something a little bit more in town. This is on 5th Street, and this is going for 1.1 million. Actually, this is really close to our Ocala office. I pass this home almost every day going to the Ocala office. It's actually pretty if you're into more of a historic look, a little bit of older home, but it's definitely well manicured and really does look this way. A lot of times, and this isn't our listing, so I don't have any special vested interest in this particular property, but this home actually looks from the outside. I haven't been in it, but on the outside does look the way it does look here on the pictures. Oftentimes you'll see pictures that are not representative of what the home really is. And then when you get there, you're disappointed. It's almost like realtor pictures. I almost have to laugh about that. Somebody made fun of one of my pictures because it was done about 6-7 years ago. They're saying I need to get a new picture. And I used to make fun of all the realtors back in the day. So now I'm one of those people. So it gives you an idea. This is more of a historic look. Let's see, this home was built in 1924. So it gives you an idea. Getting close to 100 years on this, but very, very quaint. So it gives you an idea, right? Like quaint looking properties, farm, if you want in town location, luxury, there's some properties there. This one actually is on the river. So this gives you another idea, 1.2 million. If you want to be on the Rainbow River, this is in Denellen. Older home, but one of the prettier places, locations in Florida. I've kayaked and canoed down this river many times. It's very, very scenic, and the water is crystal clear. You might be able to tell from there, but obviously right on the river. So if you want something on the river, there it is. Very, very, very pretty location. So, obviously you're paying for location here. It's not necessarily the house, it's being on the river. That's the big draw there. So very, very interesting things that you're actually seeing for $1 million, what you can actually afford. And that gives you a real good snapshot as to what you can actually buy for the $1 million mark. Of course, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on in the marketplace right now, it seems to be, it's not incredibly busy, but it is somewhat busy for the middle of January. I suspect that things will pick up over the next couple of weeks. That's my prediction based on what I'm seeing around the country from other agents that are telling me that they are starting to pick up even in the cold weather states. And if you're seeing something different, by the way, and you're from another area, please leave that in the comments. But I think that things are really going to pick up. The threat of higher interest rates later on this year is going to be a thing. And I think some buyers are going to really want to buy something before that happens. So call me with questions. You can also visit our website, buymidflhomes.com, B-U-Y, midflhomes.com. And you can search at your leisure. If you're just curious, that's perfectly okay. You can look around. That's everything that's on the market. That particular website is updated every 15 minutes. So hopefully everybody's doing well. And once again, I'm Glenn Stein with Realty Executives, and look forward to hearing from you soon.